Well, greetings friends and welcome back, and thank you, because we have finally reached our 1,000 subscriber milestone. Many more milestones to go, yada yada yada. But I really appreciate all of you for subscribing and making this channel for what it is, and obviously driving the numbers enough so that I keep making these, which is really awesome. Special thanks to Blueberry Cheesecake, who was my 1,000th subscriber. Can't even say the word. So now the question is, what actually changes on YouTube? Because I've been banging on about, there's a big difference to 1,000 subs, and so what actually changes? So if you have a look at my YouTube page, which I've got up, I can click on YouTube Studio and get myself into my actual, YouTube platform, for want of a better word, and then I can go and click on Analytics, and it will show me what's happening in the last, 28 days or so. At the moment, the analytics is a little bit broken, so if you try and go longer, there's just a big thing that says data unavailable, which happens on YouTube sometimes. Now, I have applied for monetization, which is the other reason I wanted to talk to you guys today. Now, when you click on monetization, there's actually just 3 things that you need to do. One is to review and agree to the partner program terms and conditions effectively. Another one is just to sign up for your Google AdSense account, which takes 3 or 4 hours. It's only a couple of clicks, but then it does magical YouTube stuff in the background and links the AdSense and YouTube accounts together. And then you get reviewed. Now, as you can see there, it says, we'll email you when it's finished, and it usually within a month. So probably it's going to take a very long time for this channel to actually start showing ads, I suppose, and making money at all. Now on that, I wanted to make a quick declaration. Now I have no intention on living solely off YouTube money. So what I'll do instead is I'll let you know that any money that I make off YouTube, I'll reinvest back into the channel in some way, shape or form to make better content for you guys. So ultimately, I think that's probably a fair exchange. You guys watch, you click subscribe, you share, you do the stuff, and then in exchange for that, I might get $3 or $4, and I'll reinvest that back into the channel, buying some stuff, reviewing some stuff, getting better hardware to run higher end VR or something of that nature. So that will make the future videos better for you guys. Now, if you click on the analytics tab, if you have your own YouTube channel, you can do this as well. And you'll see that my estimated revenue is a big fat 0. But you might also see some interesting things as well. And that is that in the run up to the 1,000 subs, there was a steep spike in the number of views per day and consequently the number of subscriptions per day. So I think that basically what's happening is that there's some, mumbo jumbo algorithm stuff that happens in the background here to actually advertise the channel a bit better to more viewers and to say, hey, this channel's actually a thing. And you'll see that even in the lowest view date there, I had 441 views on that particular day. It's still more than double the highest views that I had beforehand. Now at the bottom of this spike here, I was at about 980 subs roughly. So I get the feeling that effectively the algorithm kicked in early, which I've heard other YouTubers say it can happen, and effectively started advertising my videos to more people, which got more views, which means that they got more subscriptions. So certainly, all the rumors about the algorithm doing stuff differently after 1,000 subs seems to definitely be true. Now, the other website you may have heard me mention a few times before is socialblade.com. So if you pop over to that, you can type in my name or anyone else's name that you want to see the stats of, and you can see a few vital things about them, including their ranking and blah, 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 which for monetization isn't particularly important. But you can also see their yearly estimates, their monthly earnings, and a day-by-day breakdown of their subs, their views, and how much they would have earned that day. So, for me, you can see I would have earned somewhere between, 9 cents and $14 a day had I actually been able to monetize. Now, I'm not sure exactly how this works yet. I'll tell you more when I actually get approved, but I suspect that it's the number of ads that you put into your videos and whether you allow people to click off them or make them watch the whole 30-second ad or whatever. So presumably if you have an hour-long video with 15 million ads in it, then you'd probably be pushing yourself up to the higher end, I'm guessing. So for interest, you can see that in the last 30 days I would have earned, had I been able to monetize, somewhere between $6 and $102. I'm guessing that's American. Not really sure. So if you're particularly inclined, you can type in whatever YouTuber you want into Social Blade and it will give you the same estimates, notwithstanding that many of the very large YouTubers also have sponsorship deals or various other things, which means that that is probably a half estimate of how much they earn. So you can see a lot of different things in your analytics, including the number of subscribers you've gotten per day and how that's all tracking. And you can see that during that big spike, well, it's not that huge, but there were 26 extra subscribers on those sort of, in and around those sort of days. The one thing that they keep saying that analytics is timely and actionable and blah, 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 but one thing that I think is really missing is when people unsubscribe, I would hope, I would like to think that YouTube would give them an option to say why they're unsubscribing. I'd really love to know why these 5 people unsubscribe so that if there's an issue with the content that I'm making, that I can actually make it better. Because feedback is great, but if it's a global numbers feedback, it still doesn't really tell you exactly what you've done wrong, if you know what I mean. So that would be nice, but unfortunately at the moment YouTube doesn't provide that level of information. So the other interesting things that this page shows you is which videos have contributed most successfully or the most numbers, I suppose, to your channel. And you can see here quite clearly the Anaconda video is the one that's contributed the most views at over 9,000 in the last month. It's actually got more than that, but that's just in the last month. And then it gives you a real-time activity of how many people are watching you or watching this channel within any sort of 1 hour period. So most of you are from the United States. There's some from the UK, some from Germany, which is why I said Guten Tag, wie geht's, mein Kameraden, at one of my van videos. And a couple in Canada and actually not that many in Australia, which, come on Aussies, let's go. You can also see, interestingly, that many of you, in fact 91% of the people who watch my Elite Dangerous videos haven't subscribed, which sucks. So as you can obviously see, if I've got about 1,000 subscribers and I'm less than 10%, technically I should be at around 10,000 if everyone who had watched had actually subscribed, unless my maths is completely janky, which it probably is. But that's kind of a point of frustration that people don't subscribe to your channel, which is why every YouTuber goes, please subscribe, please subscribe. And it's because of this, because I expect that most of the YouTubers are the same as me, that there is a greater proportion who have watched and are not subscribed rather than those who are subscribed. And there's some other bits and bobs in the analytics that you can have a closer look at, but to be honest, they're sort of the ones that actually are actionable and really actually make some sense. There's some stuff about where people come from and where they've engaged from, so where YouTube advertises your stuff and whether they have actually clicked on it or not. Is it particularly interesting to look at? I would think probably not. Here it shows me that 10% of you have clicked the turn on notifications bell thing, which again is a very small number based on the same thing like I was telling you before with people watching and not subscribing. Again, only 10% of those who have subscribed have then turned on the bells. So it's like 100% of views, 10% have actually subscribed, 10% of those have actually clicked the bell. Again, while you have every YouTuber begging you for notifications and subscriptions. And again, see here it says there have been 11 or just nearly 12,000 unique viewers. So had they all subscribed, I would have been up to 12,000 subscribers by now, but that is obviously not the case. And that's only in the last month. And finally here you can see the browse features, which shows you where your traffic has come from for views. So whether it looks like people are actually typing in Elite Dangerous VR, and that's how these videos are coming up. And then it's showing how many times one of my videos has been shown, and the click-through rate, which is, generally 5.4 is acceptable. It's not high, but it's acceptable, of people who have actually seen it and gone, yeah, that looks all right, I might click on that video. Well, that'll do it for this one. I just wanted to quickly tell you all those things and let you know what I'm going to do with any money that I earn from YouTube. As you know, at the moment, it's $0.00. So I'm certainly not expecting, thousands of bucks to start rolling in. But in a month or so, when AdSense actually becomes activated, and whether I'm reviewed positively by YouTube or not, that's the other part of it. They could just reject me outright, so who knows. But we'll start seeing a couple of dollars maybe roll through, and I'll let you know what I'm spending those on. So thanks so much for watching. As always, please subscribe and do all the things. Now that you know why I'm actually begging you to do that stuff, maybe you'll be inclined. And otherwise, I hope you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.